The computing power in your phone is greater than that of the computing power that sent the first man to the moon. Now that's completely unrelated to what I'm going to be talking about today, but Google said that I should start my presentations with a factoid. Hi, my name is Roman Parra Bravo. I'm a rising junior, double majoring in computer science and physics, the computational option. I also have 2 minors in math and military studies. And over these past 10 weeks, I've been involved in undergraduate research in an astroparticle physics lab. But I'll get to that a little bit later. In the fall, I'm also going to be a resident assistant, or RA, in West Halls, specifically Hamilton Hall, so if you're planning on living there, I might see you around. I'm also going to be a learning assistant, also known as LA, which is the teaching assistant, the undergraduate version of the teaching assistant. I'm going to be helping with Physics 237, Intro to Modern Physics, which is quantum and special relativity. And over these past 2 years, I've been an active member of Air Force ROTC, or also known as Air Force Reserve Officers Training Corps, and it's meant to commission United States Air Force officers. So I plan to work as a cyberspace operations officer or a physicist once I graduate. In fact, the shoes I'm wearing right now are Air Force issued uniform items, but please don't tell my commanding officer that. Some of my hobbies include working out. I'm training for a half marathon this coming December, the Nittany Valley Half. And I like to read as well. There's a book that I'm reading right now called Surely You're Joking, Mr. Feynman. I recommend it to everyone in this room, even if you don't enjoy physics. Dr. Feynman is quite a character. And I do a little amateur photography and play Nintendo games on the side. Now, one of the reasons I signed up for Spend a Summer Day is because I was coming from an international school, so I never really got to visit a US college campus, and I didn't have the opportunity that you guys have today. So I really would have liked someone to guide me through what college is like. So without further ado, this is Roman's Guide to College. And this is applicable pretty much anywhere you end up attending, be it Penn State or another university. The first couple of weeks of college are going to be hectic. You're going to be getting accustomed to the pace of your college coursework. There's going to be a lot of social activities. You might want to make friends. You're going to learn how to balance that. You're going to develop that skill, time management. So don't worry, it gets better, I promise. Second of all, be open to talking to new people. One of my best friends now is someone that I met in an elevator, of all places. We just started talking, we clicked, and here we are 2 years later. A third tip that I have is finding a space for productivity and work and a space to relax and chill with friends. So the way I do that is I have a gaming setup, and as soon as I turn off all the LEDs, I can focus on schoolwork. Fourthly, and I would say one of the more important ones here, is basically, don't be dumb. Your parents are paying for your tuition, at least for most of you. So you have this great opportunity to go to a great institution. You really don't want to ruin that valuable chance that you have. And lastly, and I would say most importantly, you're a student first. Clubs, social activities, parties, sleep, they all come second. That last one is a joke, but not really. So I've attached a couple of images here of things that I've been involved in. Of course, Air Force ROTC. That has really developed leadership skills in me, as well as public speaking skills, which I hope you can vouch for. I used to be super shy, super introverted. I used to be the kid in the corner with no friends back in high school. So that really helped me out a lot. I was also involved in Penn State Pulsar Search Collaboratory my first year, where they taught us to analyze plots and determine if something was RFI, noise, or a possible pulsar. Here I have attached an image of resources that you might see around campus. So if you're struggling with college coursework, you might want to check things like this out. Reach out to these resources. So I said I was going to talk to you a little bit more about my research, and it's actually not that complicated. To put it in layman's terms, there are these particles, which we call tau neutrinos. They come to the Earth, skim the surface of the Earth, come out the other side, and undergo a process called tau decay. Now this tau decay releases a cluster of ionized particles, which we call an extensive air shower. Now, my job over these past 10 weeks has been to simulate and recreate these air showers and analyze those properties so that hopefully when we deploy our antennas, we can gather the necessary information. Now, these two images right here are unrelated. They're from my comp sci classes and physics classes, but I really wanted to emphasize that those have been a valuable foundation to what I'm doing today, to understand what I'm doing. Now, at this point, you might be thinking one of two things. This guy has a magic stopwatch, and he has unlimited time, or he's a nerd and a masochist, and I would say it's the second one. But I truly believe that if everyone manages their time correctly and really puts their priorities straight, then they'll have opportunities to do amazing, fun things alongside college coursework. Here you can see me playing football at 1 a.m. on the hub lawn on a snowy day. And I've hung out with friends a ton of times. So the big key takeaway that I want you to have from this talk is that college is to get an education and to get a degree. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun doing it. Thank you.